purpose of us keep doing everything in life while we are suffering every single day like that. That is the reason why I want to raise that awareness to all the people who will meet. That is so important for us to have a peaceful day. Once our mind is pure and fresh and concentrated, we can do a lot of things. And all the things that we are doing, it will give the results even better. Let's say we want to memorize something. We try to read a book that many of us promise that you will finish that book for a very long time, and that book still on the bookshelf. Probably years. Who did that? Please raise your hand. Okay, a lot of you. So when are we going to start reading that book? And I truly believe, who's in here already have my book? Okay, very few of you have my book. And I hope that my book is not going to be on that shelf forever. Okay? Because we need to read. If you promise anything to your life, you have to pursue it. You have to make it happen. And just why I mentioned that book is because that is very simple in life. A very simple thing that anybody can do. Anybody could do it. It's not hard, right? It's not heavy. It's not hard. All we need to do is just find a silent place, a desk, a chair, sit down, and then open the page and start reading it. But we can't even do that. Why? It's because we are too busy thinking of the future and the past. And we are too busy with all those cell phones right now. You see, we are way too busy doing all these things. That is why when we open the page, open the book read us. But we are not reading that book. Is that right? We are looking at those letters, and those letters staring at us, ask us, what are you doing? Why are you not reading me? It's because of all those distractions that we have. You have your cell phone, which I always say that is your lover, all the time with you. And you are not focusing on the thing that is important to you. Reading a book is important because you could learn a lot of things from it. But the first thing you would learn is to be patient, to stay put and focus, concentration, isn't it? Without patience, without concentration, focusing, we cannot read that book. It is because whenever you open the page, the phone will ting, 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 and then you look at the phone. Now, no more books. You started to tap on that phone, and then someone call you. Now you pick up the phone and talk with your friends or your lover, and then you totally forgot about that book. Now, after an hour of talking over the phone, you come back to that desk, pick up the book, put it back to the shelf. That is so normal to all of us, and to the student, to the younger generation also as well. They will start doing that and go to that path. Why? Because we as a role model, parents, brother and sister, we taught them that way. Isn't it? We taught them because they are looking up to us and they copy exactly what we're doing. Then we can't teach them. And for that reason, they suffer more and more and more, and their mind is so weak. They can't even stand. They can't even bear the feelings of somebody shout at them or saying something bad about them. And then what happened? Suicidal, or because of anger, they started to hurt the others. We have seen this story over the news everywhere, a lot. Just because of anger, they cannot control their feelings. They start to shoot the other people. You see, it's because we are living in the world where we always head out and chasing for things. We are barely having a moment to come back within to see our breath. You can't even feel your heartbeat. Wow, that heart is beating every second for us to stay alive. So the question is, when are we going to come back within to see that heart is beating? When are we coming back to see our breath is going in and out? Are we going to spend the rest of our life chasing the outside world? Which we have been doing that, and we continue doing that. While we doing that, and we expect everything to be settled, everything to be nice and calm and everything, and then once this world is in chaos, we also jumped into it and drown in it. Because of expectation, we expect the other people to do the work. We expect the government to do the work. We expect our kids to do the work. We expect our partners to do the work, but we are not doing it. We always want I, which is self. I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. We always have that way of thinking and thoughts. But we have never asked, does that person like what I want, what I do? Would he okay with it? Would they be okay with it? We didn't ask that way. Instead, we always ask for ourselves. I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that, I hate this. That is going on every day. So if we want to have a peaceful day, peaceful life, is always have to be tangled together. Both people, both person, both side, and the whole family have to have the voice together voice. Can speak with each other, can listen to each other, and think about the other. For most of the time, when we have something that is beautiful, that is nice, that is good, most of the time we think about ourselves, but we are not thinking about our parents. Because I've seen a lot of parents here, seniors. How many of our kids, that when we go out to eat something, or when we travel to a different side of the world, and then we see so much beautiful things, and we now thought about our parents. When we go to a fancy restaurant and we eat some type of food that is so good and delicious, how many of us actually think of, oh, my mother and my father have never have a chance to eat this kind of food. I will take them here. We barely think that way. Because everything is me, I. Because of this I, we create a lot of dramas. Because of this I, we create suffering to ourselves and the others and our family members. And we keep on expecting this world to be at peace, the war to end. Of course, everybody's seeking for that. We are all human beings and all beings seek for that moment where all kind of war conflicts to be ended. But it cannot happen when we still fighting. Right? Because we are adding more war to the actual war out there. Then how can it stop? How can it end? Because whenever we see things that we are dislike, whenever we see things that we are not happy with, we add negative energy to that. Once we added those negative energy into that situation, that grow bigger. 10 people, it grow bigger. 100, 1,000, it keep on growing because we all keep adding to it, right? We are not taking it out, but we are adding more. So how can it shrink? How can it reduce? How can it decrease? Instead, it will keep on increasing and growing bigger and bigger and bigger. That is what us, all humans, are doing every day. Keep on adding more chaos to this world. For that reason, I truly believe most of us here and all those people who follow online because they don't have the chance to participate in person, we love peace. We love peace. We are seeking for peace and kindness and compassion. That is why we are showing up. That is why we keep on following this mission, isn't it? So if we do, then what is our next step? Because I don't want to spend time talking and you don't want to spend time listening and then at the end everything go back to the old day, right? We want to change. I want to change. All of us here want to change for the better. And so the question is, after listening to the talk, what is the next step that we could do to bring peace to ourselves and to end conflicts within our family first? Let's hold on into the world. Let's start it from ourselves, start it from our own family, our own neighbors, and then spread out that way. So, there's a war right here inside. We are fighting with ourselves. We are fighting with, I want to shout, I want to say this, I want to do this, and I want to think this way, but that mind is still acting up, is not following you, is not following us, right? And that is why we suffer. We are fighting with ourselves within our mind. Because within one thought, within 1 second, there are millions and millions of thoughts popping up, rising and falling. But we could not catch them because we don't have that mindfulness. We don't have that concentration because we are doing a lot of things at once. Who are here? Who's here that is multitask? Raise your hand. A lot of us are here and online are multitasking ourselves every day. So while we are multitasking ourselves, how can we stay focused? Now come back to that book. Taking the book out, put it on the table, opened it. All those movements are started from this mindset. I want to read that book. Now, step by step, I walk to that self, take that book, put it on the table, open the first page. That thought pop up and pulls you off. That phone start to ring, it pulls you off from that book. Then who is reading it? Which one is focusing in that book and which one is focusing on here and here and here and here and there and there? Because we are multitasking ourselves. We keep doing that. So how can we have that strong concentration? And that reason, that is why our kids also cannot focus in school. Because they try to read as well like us, but they couldn't. They tried to do their homework, but they couldn't because all the social media, because of all those movies, games, and things like that. Right? We are following social media a lot, isn't it? Yes? Okay, what are we watching and what are we searching online? Here we go again. I shouldn't ask this question because every time when I ask you say waffle piece. Okay, then now let's dig into it, okay? That's fine if you search for waffle piece. But now, no, I want to open this up, okay? Rescuing dog, okay, now Aloka. Okay, so when you go online, you search for waffle piece, you follow the talks, you watch those live streams just like today, right now, you are on live stream, okay? Let me ask you one thing, because 2 nights ago, I talked at the one of the conference hall at the hotel. I talked about soccer, okay? Because of soccer, because of game, we cannot stay focused on what we're doing. All these men are laughing, so probably they are one of them. Okay, now because of you saying that you are checking and watching waffle piece, so now I ask you about the waffle piece. When you go to the waffle piece, you watch and you listen. Are you sure that you only listen to what I said? Who can stay focused within my talk online? Please raise your hand. That is so sad. So sad. You see, then what is the purpose of going online and search for waffle piece? Enjoying? Now, next question. What's the reason for you not to stay focused and listen to my talk? Distraction? From? Comments. There you go. Now we talk about that now. Okay, that is what I want to ask you. Comments. So, based on my knowledge, a live stream like this, and me sitting right on top and then talk, right below that are all the comments, right? And heart and thumbs up and all those things, isn't it? Okay, that's my knowledge. I know that. And so when you see somebody say something that is so disrespectful, not listening to the monk, why is that guy walking back and forth while the monk talking? The live streamer, would you please don't talk too much? All that thing popping up on that screen, and then people started to read one line after another. What does that mean? Still suffering. Still suffering when you listen to the talk of the waffle piece monk. So what is the purpose? You see, anything, if we are not be able to stay focused, which is the talk, then that is what's gonna happen. Then we defeat the purpose of listening to the talk. We defeat the purpose of joining the walk for peace. Can we just be mindful while listening using this ear and this eye, be mindful. Because last 2 nights I said, because of these eyes, 2 eyes, are looking for the things that is not desirable, not what you expect. Then it go inside with your brain, I guess, and then your mind and your brain talking with each other. That person is so rude. That person is so this and that. And then from there, our mind start to talk a lot. And you can't hear anything about the monk say. So if we be able to focus looking at him, listen to his talk, and be mindful with it, if you see any comments popping up, it's okay. Because your concentration is not on those comments. Your concentration is on the monk and his speech. Isn't it? So if we stay focused on that, then we get the purpose, then we get the message. Then we know what to do next. There you go. Now we should know what to do next, because during the talk, he will say, stay focused. Now we still say stay focused, seeing the things that is desirable or undesirable without reaction, without react. Listening to things that is not nice, but we are the one who have a choice not to react. Then right at that moment, within that 1 hour, 2 hour listening and watching, you have a peaceful hour. You learn a lot of things. Even though I know I talk about these back and forth, but I hope you are not bored yet. Okay? But every time when I talk, I try to show you the reality. What actually we encounter every day. And so if we really wanted to change and wanted to do the next step, then the first thing I would ask is focus. Concentration, which is mindfulness. See, now we come back to mindfulness. After all that, we still have to come back to mindfulness, because without mindfulness, we can't do all those. So the question is, when are you going to practice mindfulness?
Today.
Now. Every day. Right now.
Right now?
Every day.
Every day? All the time. All these good stuff we've been saying, but are we doing it? Because we promise to ourselves a lot. We promise to ourselves a lot. I promise from here on I will do this and I will do that. Yes, but only 1 or 2 tries, and then that's it. Give up. We failed a lot of time. We failed badly. But when we are making money, when we have to travel, when we hang out with friends, when we go to the restaurant, even though you're tired, you still make it happen. Right? What about when you need to focus, when you need to breathe in and breathe out and stay focused? Oh, I'm so tired. I can't do this. I'm gonna go take a nap. I will do it after. I will take a walk. I will take a bath. And then come out and lie on that bed. Open that phone. Now check on Waffle Piece, I guess. And at the end, the same thing. So what is the reason? I don't know. Because I've been talking about these a lot, but I still don't get it. Why can't we do it? Just only one simple thing. I beg you to write down that message. Today is going to be my peaceful day. I beg, okay, I'm not telling, I'm not asking, I beg you to do that. Why? It's because that is the way to train our mind to come back. That is a way to train our mind to stay focused. Concentrate on that while we're writing that down. Concentrate with our eyes and our mind together. Because our eyes will keep looking for things, searching, scanning, every little thing is everywhere. Don't you believe so? Don't you think so? Let's say when we walk out there, how many of us actually can stay focused within your footstep, just walk one way straight, without looking for people, looking for this and that? And then when you see somebody walk across you, you look at that person. And if you see anything that is beauty, you would try to sneak and look at that. Isn't it? We can't even stay focused within that path. That is why I ask to use these eyes to read, to see beautiful things, which is, today is going to be my peaceful day. If you be able to see those lines, that one line, single line, I believe so, it only take one line on that page, that notebook. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Just look at that and read it over and over with our eyes, silently. Now, at that moment, we are not looking at soccer. We are not searching for Walk for Peace online. We are not searching for news. We are not seeing anything online or on that television. Instead, only that message. Today is going to be my peaceful day. The only thing that you are looking at that moment. At that time, you stop. At that moment, you stop thinking about the bad thing, unwholesome thing. At that moment, you stop saying unwholesome things. At that time, you stop doing unwholesome things. These three, we stop completely while we are seeing that and reading it. Isn't it better? It should. It should be better because we are not committed into bad karma. Thinking bad, talking bad, doing bad. Now, come to the next step. We are speaking out. Read it out loud with our mouth, pairing with our mind. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Say it out loud to tell the universe that. Tell our family that. Maybe when they wake up, they grumpy. And then when they listen to you, today is going to be my peaceful day. They would think about it. They would think about it. They would also, you are reminding your family to do that as well when you do that. And then when we say that out loud means the mind, the eye, the mouth have to put together in order for to say it, to speak it out. Isn't it? So the mind is not thinking about the unwholesome thing. The eyes, the mouth is not saying unwholesome thing. And this body not doing unwholesome thing. We stop creating bad karma, but we creating wholesome deeds. So why not? That is what we mission in life. We do a lot of things, but most of the time we do it with a really not a wholesome thought, not a wholesome speech, and not a wholesome action. That is why we suffer. That creates suffer. So that is the reason why I encourage you all to practice from there. We have to practice step by step from small and growing bigger. And writing that down is so small, so simple that anybody could do it. And of course, you cannot do that if you don't give yourself a chance. You would give yourself a lot of chances to do a lot of things, but not that. I proved that to you already. Earlier I asked, only a few of us are writing that down. Who wrote that down? Please raise your hand again. I ask you a question. So for those who writing that down every day, have it changed your life, the way of living every day? Please. Yes? See, that is the result. Because every time after you walk out that door, remember I say we rush out that door, we go to work, go to school, go hang out with friends, travel. When we rush out that door, everything starts to come. You would encounter a lot of things, will meet a lot of people, and then from there, our minds start talking a lot. And so if you remember that statement, and of course we all already memorize it by heart already, because that statement is so simple. But what is the difference between we learn by heart, we memorize that statement, with us writing that down? Because when we already remembered it by heart, when things happen, it didn't have enough power to remind us. Why? Because we didn't put any effort into it. Right? Because we remember a lot of things, not just that. But when things happen, we still react the old ways. But for those who write that down and practice that way, during the day when things come to them, that statement, that message, will remind them right away, I did wrote that down. I put a lot of effort into it. If anything that I put effort and time into it, I would not want to ruin it. I will keep it. I will protect it. If you don't put any effort into it, you think that is not yours. But when you put effort into it, just like you holding tight to something that you love, your family members, your partner, that car, that house you love so much, and you hold it tight into your hands because you're afraid of losing it, right? That's why we're holding it tight. Same thing, when you put a lot of time and effort and energy in writing this down and practice mindfulness every day like that, automatically you will see those are part of your life. You will see how important that is to you, because you have spent a lot of time and effort into it. You holding it tight like a gem for yourself, because it is helping you, right? So we will hold it tight, and then when things happen, that will pop up. I put a lot of time and effort. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to lose that now. I will hold it tight to my heart. I will spend time listening to my heart. That is how it saves our life, saves our day. Just from a very simple statement, simple action, which is writing that down. We don't have to think big, seriously. When we talk about peace, when we talk about world peace, we are thinking in all about the big things. We don't need to do all that big things. Just very simple thing that we could do that could change our life. Then from there, we start to move forward with bigger things. Once our mind is calm, settled, stay focused, we could do a lot of bigger things. And every time you put time and effort into it, it will give you a best result ever. But for right now, act like we are babies, learning how to crawl, learning how to stand up, learning how to walk, and then run after later. We don't need to run now. Crawling, just crawl first. Teaching our mind, it's just like we are teaching our kids, our baby. Just like that. So don't think anything bigger than what we can do right now about this piece. Start from there. Would you please do that? Yes? That is how you walk with us. And you already promised us, isn't it? You promised with the monks that you will walk with the monks. Right? Of course, walk in spirit. Okay, you walk in spirit means you are practicing that. That is how you walk with us to change this world. But it needs a lot of effort. It needs a lot of people walking together to change, not us alone. If we walk for the rest of our life, only these 19 venerable monks, or even join 1,000 venerable monks, we cannot change anything. But all of us walk together every day, we make a big impact to this world. Positive energy will radiate it, spread it to the universe. The universe will receive it, spread it out to all the beings in this earth, on this earth. And then what happened? We will live peacefully, kinder to each other, and more compassionate to each other. So I hope that this message will continue to inspire you to practice mindfulness. And I hope that we know already how to practice mindfulness through the breathing, yes? Who needs me to repeat the way of practicing mindfulness through this nostril? Okay, let's start it over again. Okay. Every day after you write that statement down, okay, when you first, before bed, tonight, this is our test, what you should do tonight. When you go home, the first thing what you should do. Tonight when you go home, what are you going to do first? Huh? Hello? What's going on? Oh, hold on into that piece of paper. Tomorrow morning, okay? Now tonight we do different thing. First of all, you need to rush to the bathroom because you've been holding. People probably don't have enough restroom for everyone. So when you go home, the first thing is for you to stand up, right? Isn't it? You have to stand up from here. But the difference between standing up without intention versus standing up with mindfulness, that is totally different. And most of the time, we rush to stand up and create really noisy environment. We talk, we do this and we do that, and we pushing each other, trying to get out. Why? Because we need to get out that parking lot because we probably gonna stuck. I want to get to the monk. I need him to give me a card. I need him to give me a bracelet, things like that. Right? That is reality. But are we doing that mindfully or not? Most of the time, no. So now we need to start from here, from now, and in this present moment, and tonight. This is our work, which is when we stand up. When we stand up, we have to be mindful. One step forward, one step backward with mindfulness. Every step with mindfulness counts. Okay, we've been walking just like a skeleton walking already. Don't do that anymore. Walk with mindfulness. So when we stand up, backward, forward, same thing, we have to aware of each step we are making. Secondly, when we in line or when we're trying to get to the car, if someone bumped into you, how are you going to react? Never mind? I don't think so. Most of the time we react with anger. With anger, for most of the time, we react. Now, we still react, but we react a different way. With a kind smile on your face. Are you okay? Ask the question, are you okay? Don't expect them to ask you or sorry to you. Okay? Don't expect that. Instead, ask that person, are you okay? You need help. Give them a smile. May you be well, be happy, and be peaceful, okay? Be careful. Done. Our peaceful night. But if you react with anger, then all this talking are gone. Right? All the effort come into this temple and listening are gone if we react with anger. So now go to the car, stuck in the traffic. When we're stuck in the traffic, when we rush, we react, trying to find a way and get mad, being mad, not happy, and things like that. Don't do that either. You're still gonna be late. So, be patient. That is your chance to practice patience. I will be patient. Smile to your face. Smile to your heart. And give yourself some love. That's it. You get home. Promise you will be home. Because you are mindful. Okay? The spirits, the deva will protect you if you are practicing. So don't worry about it. Now when you go home, you are hungry. You walk in that door, your husband or your wife shout at you. How you react? Smile? Honey, tonight is our peaceful night. Right? Then he will say something else, or she will do something else. That's okay. Give them some love, because they didn't have a chance to come here to listen and practice like you do. So you have to share it with that person. That is kindness. Don't react with anger. Now when you finish and then go have dinner, after dinner you will wash dishes. Every step counts. You focus on the thing that you do. And then now bedtime. This is what we need to talk about. When we go to bed, what is your next step? Huh? Turn off the phone. Turn off the phone. But before turning off that phone, you would spend hours of searching for waffle piece or something else. Right? Now our minds start talking. Because of all those comments and all those happening online on social media, we start talking and react. Now we let go of our lover and then try to close your eyes and sleep. You couldn't sleep because the mind is still talking, the heart is still beating fast. Then your whole night messed up. To change, 1 hour before bed, no lover, which is no cell phone. Even if you have to listen to the waffle piece, hold on into it tomorrow. It's fine, okay? No phone 1 hour before bed. I promise you, if you do that, all you need to do is just lie down straight. Put your left hand on top of your abdomen and the right hand on top of it. Close your eye, relax. Focus on that rising and falling. When you breathe in, your abdomen will rise. When you breathe out, your abdomen will be fallen. So rising, falling, just stay focused on that. Scan that, experience that moment, and then you go to bed whenever you feel asleep and whenever you sleep. That's it. You will have a peaceful night. If we have to die in bed, you already done your job. practicing mindfulness before we die, right? Or you would rather choose anger before we die? Of course, mindful before we die. That's enough for our life if we die that way. And then if we are not talking with our mind throughout the night, then we have a restful night. When we wake up in the morning, what is the next step? Huh? Reaching for the phone. That is our old habit. Okay, no more old habit. You can reach for that phone, it's okay, but to turn off the alarm. That's it. Only to turn off the alarm, nothing else. Leave your lover alone. Okay, what is the next step? Make your bed. Make your bed, very important. Fold your bed sheet, your blanket, make it look neat and nice. Next step is to go to the bathroom. Still no lover, no phone. Okay, don't take your lover to the toilet and talk. When you go to the toilet, you do your thing, you finish, you come out. But if you have your phone with you, instead of 15 minutes in the bathroom, you would spend 1 hour in the bathroom. So no phone in the bathroom. Okay. Secondly, get a piece of paper and a pen. Write down, today is going to be my peaceful day. After that, read it over and over with our eyes, and then read it out loud with our mouth. After finish that, now sit straight on the floor. If you cannot, you can sit on the chair. Back straight, but do not force your spine. Okay, relax. Just back straight. Don't sit like this, gonna mess your spine. So back straight, but do not force. Take a deep breath, and then deep breath, and then deep breath 3 times. After that, relax the whole body and mind. Put your concentration right here, this area by the nostril. The breath is going in and out through this, right? Our nose. Yes? We need to add awareness to each and every breath going in and out. Awareness to the breath that going in. Awareness to the breath going out. Stay focused on it. Don't follow it inside, you don't need to. Don't follow that breath outside, you don't need to. But don't force your breath. Just let it go in and out the way it is, naturally. Okay, now how you breathe? When you practice meditation this way, you breathe the same way. Don't try to force your breath to be longer or shorter. Just let it go in and out the way it is. Just add awareness to that breath. To those breaths, in and out. Now, that monkey mind start to jump. What is the monkey mind? The mind of thinking this and that. Talking about this, talking about that. Thinking about the walk for peace, thinking about the monk, thinking about anything. That is talking mind. Those are not useful. But you don't have to try to eliminate them, because that is natural. What we should do is when that thought pop up, acknowledge it. Observe the thought. Knowing that, oh, you have a thought. It doesn't matter what type of thought. Just acknowledge it, observe it, let it go by itself. Don't try to force it. Don't try to tell them to go away. Just observe it, and then it will vanish by itself. And then come back here. Or at the beginning, what you can do is acknowledge the thought. Observe the thought and acknowledge it by saying silently 3 times. Thought, 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 then come back here. That is your test, so don't fail, okay? Aloka is your test, don't fail. Because you are listening to me right now. Okay, stay focused, remember. In and out, thought pop up, acknowledge it, say silently 3 times. Thought, 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 come back to your breathing. bring your concentration back to your breathing. Then breathe in, breathe out. Another thought pop up, do the same. Do the same on those thoughts. Now if you hear anything, your husband or your kids shout or yell or talk, it's okay, don't react. Smile, gentle on your face, and then breathe, acknowledge those sounds as sound, sound, sound. Come back here to your breathing. If you feel any type of sensation within this body, itchy, numb, pain, hurt, anything, just put your concentration on that, numb, that pain, that itchy, and then acknowledge it. Feeling, feeling, feeling. Come back here. That's all we need to do. Keep on repeating that. That is the basic step for us to train our mind to stay in this present moment. We don't have that habit yet. That is why we need to train ourselves, train our mind to start from the beginning by bringing that concentration back to this present moment. That's it. If you spend 15 minutes, that's great. That is good. Half an hour, that's better. 1 hour, that's even better. The more you practice, the better you are before you rush out of that door. Okay? So that is our mission. That is our job to do every day, to practice mindfulness, to practice the breathing method. That is our own object within our breath. We don't need to borrow the outside object. Thank you so much. Any question for me?
So anybody have the question to ask him?